College football player props here on PrizePicks for Saturday, September 24th. Saturday slate here for college football. Before we get started, there's a link in the description below to sign up for PrizePicks, or you can use code TUFF to sign up. They will match 100% of your first deposit. There is also a Discord link in the description, as well as Patreon link, where I give all my bonus plays. But actually, Patreon plays for college football Saturday slate are already live. For this video, I'm giving 3 props that I do like. Patreon, I gave 12 total plays that I do like on Patreon. So go ahead and check that out in the description below of this video. But let's get into it, guys. College football Saturday, there's really nothing like it. And it's really been fun these last 3 weeks, making these player prop bets, watching the games, following the games. Been high scoring games, and just overall, college football is super fun to bet these player props on. But let's get into it, you guys. 3 props that I do like. Again, I'm not a financial advisor. This is not gambling advice. These are just simply plays I'm personally looking at making. Hopefully giving you guys some insight to help you guys make your own plays and, lock in your own slips. But let's get into it, you guys. 3 props that I do like. College football Saturday, September 24th. Let's go. So the first one is going to be a rush yards. And actually, all 3 of these plays are quarterback plays. The first one is going to be a rush yard. It's going to be Talia Tagovailoa, quarterback, little brother of Tua. I'm taking his over 3.5 rush yards here against Michigan. Now, Talia, really known as a gunslinger. I mean, a slinger, like 290, 391, and 214 this season. Maryland is 3-0, and all 3 games they have put significant points up on the board. Now, Talia is coming off a game where he had 13 carries for 51 yards rushing against SMU. And I think people kind of forget, Tua could run the ball as well in college. Obviously, he's a pocket passer now in the NFL. But, Talia can run the ball too, right? He had 13 carries for 51 yards against SMU, had 2 carries for 6 yards against Charlotte here, and then had 4 carries for -3. It's important to note that in college football, a sack does count as minus rush yards here. So make sure you guys keep that in mind. But I like this play for a few reasons. One, UConn played Michigan earlier this year, and Zion Turner, the quarterback, went 4 for 16 passing, but he did have 7 carries for 42 yards, had an 18-yard rush here. And then also, dating back even to last season, Talia, he can run the ball. I think people forget. He had 42 rushing yards against Virginia Tech here, 10 carries for 16 yards against Rutgers. And last year when they played Michigan, they lost 59-18. But Talia had 8 carries for 30 rush yards and a rush TD and a 17-yard rush. All right, he's had a 45-yard rush last year. He had 10 carries for 12 yards against Michigan State. You can see here, numerous games last season gone over 3.5 rush yards. But even last season, when they played Michigan, he had 8 carries for 30 rush yards. Same sort of offense, same sort of defense here. In this game, I do expect Talia will have some designated run plays for him. And also, Michigan's corner secondary is very strong. So obviously, there's going to be opportunities for Talia to run the ball when those wide receivers are covered. In 2 deep coverage, 3 deep coverage, and things like that. So I like Talia Tagovailoa over 3.5 rush yards here. Even dating back, you can see here, he's hit this 4 of his last 5 games, 6, 42, -3, 6, and 51. So 3.5 seems like a pretty generous line here, some good value for Talia. I like this over 3.5 against Michigan. The next one is going to be a pass yards play, and we're going to do Graham Mertz over 175.5 pass yards versus Ohio State. Now, Wisconsin, Ohio State, this is obviously, I guess technically a rivalry game, but Wisconsin is 2-1. Ohio State is 3-0. Graham Mertz has hit the over 175.5 all 3 games this season. Hasn't played any, I would say, extremely substantial opponents here. They lost to Washington State, which I think Washington State a lot better than people think. He went 12 for 15 for 251 against New Mexico State. Obviously didn't need to play that much or pass that much in a blowout game. 18 for 31, 227 against Washington State, like I said, and then 14 for 16, 219 against Illinois State. But in this game against Ohio State, right, they're going to need to throw the ball. Ohio State is going to score points, and they're going to score a lot of points, right? They're going to score points quickly, fast, and Graham Mertz is going to have to throw the ball here in this game. Let's see, the actual over-under for this game is set at 57.5, so nothing extremely crazy for college football. Still high. Ohio State under 19.0, 80% consensus spread pick here. But Ohio State has given up 194 pass yards this season compared to Wisconsin, 170. So there's going to be opportunities for Graham Mertz to throw the ball. A ton of opportunities actually in this game. They're going to need to throw the ball to stay in this game. I see Ohio State scoring the ball pretty easily against this Wisconsin defense. So Graham Mertz at 175.5, a player that has hit this all 3 games this season, and in a game where they're going to need to throw the ball a ton. I think he throws at least 25 passes in this game. And I think there's going to be opportunities for him to get some pass yards pretty quickly. So 175 here for Graham, 175.5 here for Graham Mertz with Wisconsin against Ohio State. I'm taking the over on this one against Ohio State tomorrow or Saturday, September 24th. And then the last prop is going to be a pass completions. And it's going to be Aiden O'Connell over 20.5 pass completions here. Now this, to me, this might be the play of the day, in my opinion. Aiden O'Connell, quarterback for Purdue. He has hit this twice this season already. This game against Indiana State, 56-0. He didn't need to do much, but in those game against Penn State, 30 for 59, and against Syracuse, 39 of 56. Now, Florida Atlantic is a much better team, I think, than people think. You can see here. Take a look at the spread. Florida Atlantic, the spread is 58. Purdue's obviously the favorite to win this game, and Florida Atlantic has allowed 275.8 pass yards, but they have scored 34.3 points per game. I mean, you know, they played Ohio, Southeast Louisiana, and then they played UCF. They have one win. They're 2-2. Actually, they played 3 games. Sorry, they played Charlotte, Ohio, Southeast Louisiana, and UCF. But Florida Atlantic has, allowed quarterbacks that they face get quite a bit of completions. Right here, Florida Atlantic, right, facing Purdue. We can see here Florida Atlantic let Curtis Rourke go 27 for 34 for 345 and 4 TDs. And they also let John Rice Plumlee go 25 for 36 for 339. So in these 2 games, I mean, they allowed 345 and 339 passing yards here, 25 completions and 27 completions. For a player like Aiden O'Connell, it's pretty surprising. His line is set at 20.5. I mean, this is a player even dating back to last season, in 2021, as the quarterback for Purdue. Numerous games over 20.5. Like pretty much every game he played, except for these first 3, which he was not really the full-fledged starter yet. But, I mean, dating back to last season, 34, 30, 24, 34, 40, 40, 29, 26, and 26. 20.5 seems super, super low for a player like Aiden O'Connell here, who, I mean, Purdue loves to throw the ball. He's going to throw the ball 40-plus times in this game. Obviously, they want to put up points. So I like the over here on Aiden O'Connell, 20.5 pass completions. These are the 3 player props for this YouTube video that I'm giving. Like I said, Patreon, I'm giving, I think, 9 more props than these 3. Let me know in the comments below, though, how you guys feel about these player props for Saturday, college football, Saturday slate, September 24th. Hit that subscribe button, drop a like on this video, and as always, have a great day.